Facebook community pages. The good, the bad, the ugly. If you're like so many people, then you've spent time on Facebook community pages. And any amount of time spent on there, you might think that living in a community is like a near-death experience. It's ridiculous. But there's way more to these pages than that. Today, we're going to talk about it. But there's a lot more to these pages than just drama. And one thing to note, in our experience, these pages are typically not officially related to the community at all. It is no secret that scrolling through these pages, the vitriol can get out of control. Whether it's talking about someone's loose pets who keep getting out, what's happening at the HOA with the furniture around the pool, people driving too fast through the community, on and on and on. The trolls, the bad actors, and worse, the instigators within the community can make most question whether it's really worth living in a community like this. One thing that we've seen that people don't often think about when they are making posts on these communities is that this is on the internet. It lives on forever. We lived in a community where a person continued to talk about issues he was having with his home, complaining about the builder, complaining about the warranty, complaining about how things weren't taken care of to his standard. In fact, multiple times, 4, 5, he complained about having a roof leak. Here's the thing. A couple years after that, he had his house on the market to sell. And guess what was not disclosed? Previous issues with roof leaks. It turned into a real problem as that transaction went on because there were other people who shared with the buyer all of the history that had happened in the Facebook groups. So you really want to think twice with what you put on the internet. But here's the most important thing. Like most things, there's good and bad, and there are so many positive things that can come out of a community Facebook page. It's an awesome place to build community, to share about local events, to share about fun events happening within the community, to share important information, tips, things like upcoming homestead exemption deadline. All kinds of great things can also happen on these Facebook community groups. It is truly one of the best resources you can have as a homeowner. Think about it. People sharing their positive or not experiences with plumbers, trim carpenters. It's a great place to go and find people who can help you work on your home, decorate, community events, as we already talked about. Maybe they're going to share some pictures from something fun that happened within the community. We have in our neighborhood, bingo's a big hit. They do a lot of social parties. They do a trunk or treat. It's very fun to go and see all the happenings of all the great stuff that's happening within the community. For us personally, we get asked questions like this all the time. People are constantly looking for recommendations. We have our Gillette Group resource list. This is a list of referrals for people who have been vetted. In most cases, we have personally used them, or somebody that we've worked with has personally used them and given them a thumbs up. But no, our list is always changing, and I am not shy about telling people this. When I share resources, which I'm so happy to do, it comes with a little note that says, hey, if this person is not being responsive, isn't calling you back, doesn't treat you as you feel you should be treated, I need to know that, because then I will evaluate whether or not they should continue to be on our resource list, because it is important to us that our resources treat our customers just like family and help them live joy every day, just like we do. We all have a role to play. The tone of these pages doesn't get there by accident. It gets there by the users. So if we set a positive tone and keep everything in a positive light, it will start to overshadow the negativity. What we have found and what we have seen is that if you feed it, it will continue. If you feed it positivity, it might help to start breaking it down. And we all have to take ownership and be a part of that. The reality is that most of us want to live in a positive community where people help people. So don't feed the trolls. Stay positive. Share a kind word. Do the next nice thing for your neighbor, and it will help rise above and bring the positivity out in others. It is something that we come across a lot when we're showing properties and we're introducing people to neighborhoods. They often will find the Facebook groups on their own, which we certainly encourage people to do their own research. But we will get calls and they will ask questions like, oh my gosh, is it really as bad as what everyone is saying on the Facebook group? As Jeremy often says, and you've maybe heard him say this, it is not as bad as all those Facebook groups make it out to seem. There's one thing that most people are wearing here that we see consistently, and that's a smile. So the next time you're in a community Facebook group, remember that you have the power to share something positive. So there you have it. Facebook groups. Love them, hate them, they are here. So other than just scrolling on, take some ownership, make it be more positive, because you can share your joy with your neighbors just like we try to do. You can always find us on social media. You can contact us directly at 239-776-6872. We want to know, what questions can we answer for you? What information do you need to know about living joy in Southwest Florida?
And now my love for you is so strong.